Hello, everyone. I'm Jake DeLuca. Joined beside me is Josh Schreckengost for our PIHL regular season finale. Josh, it's kind of crazy that we've gotten to this point already. It's only seemed like yesterday since the opening puck drop happened here at the Belmont, but here we have it, the season finale for the Armstrong Riverhawks as they host the Mars Fightin Planets. Uh, this should be a good one. Armstrong already has clinched a spot in the playoffs. I know Mars is third currently in their section. Josh, what can you tell me about these two teams?
Well, Armstrong on top of the AA Northeast Division with a record of 9-8-0 for 18 points to lead that section. Included in that section are Shaler, Hampton, and Plum, and Armstrong has taken care of business against those teams this season. The Riverhawks, winners of 4 out of their last 6, and you know, Jake, we got to see over the weekend the PAHL 18U AA tournament, and a bunch of these Armstrong players were on that Arrow squad, and they surrendered game-tying goal with 58.6 seconds left in their loss to Indiana, and then ultimately fell in overtime. So I'll bet you a lot of these guys, you know, they want to get back to that action and want to get back to that winning feeling. I know not all of them play on that Arrows team, but several of them do. So I would expect a spirited effort here from Armstrong last regular season game on their home ice against this Fightin Planets team.
Yeah, Josh, and expect a spirited effort not only from this Armstrong team as a whole, but Maddox Rearick. He had a chance to tie it up in that semifinal match in the 18U game in the final minute, but just kind of got a little far of the net. And, I mean, he is Armstrong's leading goal scorer. He's their leading points getter. So look for Maddox Rearick to make an impact out here tonight, coming off of that loss in the semifinals of the 18U PAHL tournament this past weekend that we had.
Yeah, Maddox Rearick leading the way for the Riverhawks. 21 goals, 16 assists, for 37 points on the season. Maddox has also scored 6 power play goals on the year to lead the Riverhawks. But you know, the Riverhawks have some balanced scoring here. Lance Quinnell, 27 points on the season. Ethan Prue, second highest goal getter for the Riverhawks with 16 on the year and 21 total points. They got 5 guys, 6 guys that have scored in double figures this season in those 16 games. So the Riverhawks can spread it around and going to be looking to do so tonight against the Fightin Planets.
And before we get started with this one, I believe we are going to have the national anthem before the center ice drop. So
pretty standard.
Absolutely. So we'll take a pause here while the players line up and we hear our nation's anthem.
I think we can leave this one on. I do not believe it's copyrighted. I believe it's a recording of a local student, a former student here, I believe. So we're going to leave it on for the national anthem.
And as the players head to the bench after our nation's anthem, it's time for a hockey night on HTSN, brought to you by Vicelli's Pizza. And, it's the season finale for us, Josh. We got our fair share of hockey over the weekend, but this kind of feels different, doesn't it?
Oh, it certainly does. And Jake, I don't know if you caught that. That was not a recording. That was a live version sung here. And wish I would have got the young lady's name. It's hard to hear the public address announcer with the headset on. But that was actually sung live, and just a beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. So whoever that student was, that young lady, tremendous job out to her. A very beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying. I was trying to listen to hear if I could get her name.
I believe it's I can't remember her first name, but it's Ms. Anthony. She has sung here many times before, and it's always just a pleasure to hear her sing our nation's anthem.
Well, I know they run a recording of her rendition in games where she's not here, but she was here tonight, and that just sounded beautiful. And we're underway, Jake.
Yeah, absolutely, we're underway, and Armstrong now looking for the puck. They retreat back in their own end. Prue dumps it out near center ice, picked up by Townsend. Little backhand pass to Prue. He'll skate in on the zone, shoot, and that one deflects off a stick high and above the goalie there for Mars. The Fightin Planets dump it out, giving chase there is Rush. Rush able to backhand it back into Armstrong's zone. Picking it up there, though, is Bardigan. He'll dump it off to Prue. That one a little too far ahead, but the puck deflects off Prue. Prue now on the net. He can't quite get a shot off. Left there, though, for Wyatt Tudyk, and he's unable to get a shot off there either.
Ethan Prue wearing the C tonight and using that wide body to deflect that puck. Mars unable to clear it, and Prue able to get on net, but not a great scoring opportunity from his angle.
Puck back now to Maddox Ford. Maddox Ford with a backhand. He can't quite get it out. That one, that time, off the stick of Matthew Bobko for the Fightin Planets. Armstrong trying to dump it out. They do successfully. Puck travels through the neutral zone and will end up in icing. So the faceoff will happen over on Armstrong's side of the things.
Yeah, and we really didn't get to talk a lot about the Mars team and their statistics. But Bobko, as you mentioned his name just a couple seconds back, the Fightin Planets leading scorer on the season. He has 20 points, 9 goals, 11 assists. Also, he's tops in both categories. So leading goal scorer and leading assist man for the Fightin Planets.
It'll be Lekanik and Wasilson in for the faceoff. Won that time by Mars. Back to Bruce. That one off the stick, and Maddox Rarick's off to the races. Has a one-on-one with the goaltender. Shoots and scores! No, he missed it. It got deflected, rather.
That was a blocker, and I think that shot blockered away just barely, and I think it might have caught some iron after the goaltender, number 71. That's
Starkey.
Willow Starkey got just enough of it to deflect it, and I think it got that outside post a little bit. But Maddox, as you said, off to the races. We saw that over the weekend a couple of times. He's coming out to skate out, gets those legs together tight, uses those shin pads to block the shot down, and that leads to a scoring opportunity for Armstrong as he gets a rush out of it.
It'll be Quinnell in the faceoff circle going against Max Weaver for Mars. Weaver wins it for the Fightin Planets for the time being, but still a struggle for the puck. Armstrong able to dump it in behind the netminder, trying to travel and pick that one up with Braden Landgraf. In front of the net, puck still free. That one back over toward the near side circle, spins its way back, able to keep it in. That time was Logan Hooks. Dump back in, and Josh, this Armstrong team playing very aggressive to start this one.
Yeah, Landgraf had a puck there in the slot and tried to get a backhand into Starkey. Didn't get much on it, and Starkey was able to knock it down. Still hanging out there, but Mars was able to clear it.
Oliver pass over to Hooks. He takes the shot from the blue line. That one deflected out. Quinnell trying to keep it in. He puts it behind the net. Able to pick it up there is Mars. They dump it out. That one crosses the neutral zone and will head for an icing call.
Well, Armstrong has controlled the pace of play early on here, as you said, Jake. And let's just give a little shout out to Sierra Anthony. As you said, Jake, her last name is Anthony. And Sierra Anthony informed by my mother, Dr. Deborah Snyder, who teaches at Armstrong. And,
Deb coming in clutch once again.
Deb on it, as usual, always tuned into High Top with my brother Jess. Shout out to Jess, and thanks for that info, Mom. And Sierra Anthony, many accolades to her. Just a beautiful voice.
Absolutely. Best in the county, I'd say, Josh.
Oh, dude, no doubt. Out of all the live renditions we've heard so far this year, definitely the best.
Armstrong trying to control the puck. They skate behind the net over to Hooks now on the near side boards in the corner. That one poked away by Mars. Bardigan there to grab it. He passes it up to his teammate there, crossing the neutral zone, trying to dump it in, but unable to do so as Alex Bardigan gets caught offsides there, Josh.
Yeah, pretty close. Just trying to hold that line a little bit, but Bardigan, as you said, just inches offsides right there. Little Van Halen for us here in that first break.
Sometimes all you got to do is jump, Josh.
That's right. Rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. Not a former Schwann man.
No, against some people's beliefs.
Well, I took what I heard as fact, and I was suckered.
That's one for the longtime High Top listeners out there.
Oh, yeah, that's a big-time inside joke right there.
Back to Maddox Ford at the blue line. He shoots it on net, that time off the stick of Ethan Walker for Armstrong. Battling for the puck. Armstrong coming up with it. Back to Walker. He takes the shot. That one deflected by a Mars player. That time it was Ryan Mitchell. Sending it back in for Armstrong there was Hunter Townsend. That puck gets deflected and knocked out by Mars.
No icing right there. Jake didn't get over the red line, but Armstrong able to clear it out quickly.
Yeah, Maddox Ford able to skate back and keep the play going here for Armstrong. And now here's a chance for Mars. Skating in the zone is Max Weaver. He heads behind the net. Into the corner, Max Weaver tied up there by Noah Oliver and company. Armstrong able to get the puck off. Quick little pass back now there to Landgraf, or Lacanic rather. He's trying to get it out. Now Tudyk sends it forward. Right now, Armstrong with a 5-0 shot on goal advantage, Josh.
Yeah, they've been able to cycle a couple of times down low with all of their lines so far and able to control this pace of play.
Maddox Rarick's shot wide that time, controlled by Noah Oliver in the corner, passed off to Tudyk. Tudyk leaves it there that time for Lacanic. Lacanic skating around, sends it centering that time for Maddox Rarick. Rarick unable to get a stick on it, and it will travel to the far side corner off the stick that time of Ben Olszewski.
I'll tell you what, that was a heck of a stick lift right there by Bobko on Rarick as that one-timer through the slot was coming in, and he had a good look at it, and Bobko just able to lift the stick at the last second and prevent the shot.
Yeah, Josh, and that might be a matchup to watch out for. Bobko and Rarick there, the two leading scorers for the respective clubs. It seems like they've had a lot of defensive, offensive kind of back and forths here so far in the first quarter, or in the first period.
Yeah, that's a good point. You see that a lot in the NHL, top forwards. You know, will
Yakmak ahead to Rarick. Rarick skates in, backhand, now good. That time stopped again by Starkey. Second chance opportunity deflects as well. Didn't mean to cut you off there, Josh.
No, that's fine.
Oh, man, we had a rush.
Yeah, we did. Armstrong got a couple of chances right there. Yakmak able to take the shot after Rarick came in and was kind of sealed off and only able to get his left hand to kind of push it toward the net. But Yakmak able to get a good shot on goal, but a nice save by Starkey.
Now on the other end, Mars' attack stifled that time by Armstrong. Yakmak trying to get a neutral zone pass there. Quinnell able to skate to the puck. Quinnell now enters the zone. He'll take a shot, and Quinnell will get the first goal of this contest.
And he skates over to the Armstrong student section, getting a little love from his classmates right there. Quinnell busting in on that play, took a hard angle, and able to get it past Starkey on the forehand right over the blocker side.
And what a pass to set that play up, too, Josh. Quinnell just finishing strong. And, I mean, last year he was tops for Armstrong, if I'm not mistaken, in goal scoring. But this year has taken much more of a tertiary role, getting a lot of assists. He leads the team in assists, and that time showing that, hey, I can still get it done on the score sheet, too.
Oh, yeah, put the biscuit in the basket. Quinnell knows what he's doing when he gets an angle like that.
Adam Hooks now entering the neutral zone. That puck poked away. Maddox Ford stick finds it, and then he dumps it in. Hooks once again with a shot. That one deflects high behind the goalie. Picked up that time by Ryan Mitchell. Armstrong still keeping up the forecheck. Maddox Ford able to keep it in for the moment, but that is turned over and taken by Wes Skirchie. Skirchie heads in, puts the shot off. That ends up behind goal. Armstrong there trying to get the puck away. Picked up by Mars again, but a nice poke check that time by Adam Hooks. Hooks will head in. Hooks with the shot that time, trying for 5-hole, but the goalie, Starkey, able to squeeze the pads there and prevent that shot from going in.
Yeah, and Adam Hooks ended up in the back of the Mars net right there. A little push from behind after Starkey was able to make that save and cover it up.
9:34 left in the first period. Armstrong with that 1-goal lead, thanks to Lance Quinnell's netter earlier. Prue with the puck passes it to Oliver, and Oliver slaps that one forward. Now on to the stick of Logan Hooks. He rattles that one along behind the net now. Picked up, or chasing after it, is Hunter Townsend. That puck poked free by the Fightin Planets, and now they'll look to get it out of their own zone. Armstrong with the good forecheck there to keep it in. Oliver with a nice little spin there to keep it in. Passed it off that time to Ethan Walker, but stopped by Starkey once more.
I'll tell you what, Hunter Townsend did a great job here on this near glass. Puck up in the air, was able to use his stick work, good hand-eye coordination to keep that in and swing it to Walker for that opportunity.
Back in the face-off circle, far side boards and Mars' zone. The Fightin Planets win the face-off, try to dump it out, but Armstrong able to keep it back in. Skating towards it that time is Tudyk. He sends it back towards behind the net, and Mars able to break the play up and keep it there. Dumping it out that time on the near side boards. He's looking for Ezra Simpson, but that puck turned over. Picked up once again by Mars and Ezra Simpson. He dumps it in. Armstrong able to chase back and get it.
No icing right there. That was borderline, but Armstrong catches a break.
Yeah, that's about as close as you get to an icing. Puck behind the Mars net. Armstrong trying to keep it in the Fightin Planet zone, but now it's on the stick of Mars. Boyle sends it forward for the visiting Fightin Planets. Back to try and grab that one there. It's number 93. Tudyk now with it. Far side boards. Battle, and now Rearick comes away with it, and now he's so dangerous in the open ice, Josh. He gets a puck there, trying to travel behind the net, gets that one broken up. Nice stick lift there by the Fightin Planets defense. And a big-time hit there, Josh, huh?
Yeah, and it was legal, too. It looked completely clean to me. Right here in front of us, Yakmak laying the wood big time right there, just pasting a Mars player, number 55. That was Ian Ettinger. Just crushed him. You know, Ettinger trying to play the puck up and out, and Yakmak, had that had the scope sighted in there, to use a deer hunting term, and got a good piece of Ettinger.
Quinnell and Weaver in the face-off circle, won by Quinnell. Armstrong trying to control, but Mars able to get it out. Dumped off the far side boards. Bardigan back to chase after it. That's Nick Bardigan off the boards, and that one will send back into Mars' zone. Played off the boards and then dumped in, that time by Weaver, and out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Out of the play.
Out of the ice, off the ice surface.
If you guys were tuning in over this past weekend, me and Josh kind of thought about, is there bounds in hockey?
Well, there are. We got boundaries, but they usually call it out of play or leaving the surface.
Out of the ice?
Definitely out of bounds, though. We saw one go way up top into the upper deck here at the Belmont over the weekend. A lot of good hockey over the weekend. Those games available for rebroadcasts on High Top Sports Network.
Armstrong with the puck in their own end. Picked up there on the far side boards by Connor Morris. He plays it offset boards, and then Mars able to come away with it, dumping it out. But picking it up there is Nick Bardigan. Off the corner of the boards in Mars' zone. There to pick it up is Nate Marty. Dumping it out there, but Bardigan once again keeping it in. Hook's trying to drag the blue line there, but unable to. Leaves it for Maddox Ford. Back to Bardigan on the defensive line. Mars with the quick stick there. Nice job by Nick Bruce. Hooks with the puck, looking for Ford, and then stopped by Bardigan. That time deflected off the pass and picked up by Rush for Mars. They dump it in. That one hits the back of the boards, and now a battle for possession here. Heading to the corner, Rush gets hit there, separated from the puck, and then moved along by Ethan Walker. Maddox Ford getting a stick on it, trying to push it out. Prue has it, but he loses it. Pass off the boards, and now it's up to the far side boards of Armstrong. Neutral zone. Lost the puck there. Mars able to pick it up, and skating forward with it is Gerthofer. Shoveling that one along a stick for Armstrong. Ooh. Mars with the shot. That one close on net. Hit into the boards there. Able to keep it in there was number 15, Jared Kolarczyk-Schmidt.
Wow.
Shot on net. That one wide.
Yeah, and I think that one caught the outside of the post too right there. Jake passed right off of Grafton's glove.
Kolarczyk passes that forward to Rush, and then Armstrong able to break that up too with the puck now. He has some ice to skate with. Centering pass, that time off the mark, looking for Lekanik. Lekanik will skate to the far side corner, pick it up. That one in front, trying to center it to Noah Oliver, just off the mark, picked up by Rarick at the blue line. He'll send it in. That time, good pass. Walker trying for the shot, but covered up by Starkey.
Boy, oh boy, Walker was in there by himself after a great look. That was Lekanik, I think. Number 73 was in there by himself after a great look by Maddox Rarick, kind of like a no-look pass right down to right in front of the net between the circles, and Starkey standing tall.
Mars with the face-off win after the tie-up. Still a battle for possession here along those near side boards towards the corner. Tudyk holding strong, leaves it for Rarick. Rarick will skate in front of the net. What a move and what a goal!
Man.
Are you kidding me? They keep the cookies on the top shelf for a reason. Maddox Rarick is feeling hungry, Josh.
Oh, my goodness gracious. What stick handling, what hand-eye coordination by Maddox Rarick right there. And able to roof it off the backhand. That's not an easy thing to do. And I'll tell you what, Maddox Rarick made it look easy right there. Just stick handling in a phone booth right in front of the net.
Those are the moves you dream of pulling off in an NHL 21 video game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even think I can do that in NHL 21. Excellent goal by Maddox Rarick. He adds another one to the list. That's number 22 on the season.
And that one in front of the net, blockered off and picked up that time by Olszewski. Skating in, that time on net, Grafton squeezes it between the pads, and then a little extracurriculars, Josh.
Yeah, a little pushing and shoving, Mars down 2-0 now. Only 2 shots on net. 4:25 left here in the first period. So, the frustrating starting to boil over a little bit for the Fightin' Planets, but everybody's separated. Nobody wants to take a penalty right now, especially if you're Mars. As I said, down 2-0.
Yeah, you mentioned Mars, only 2 shots on goal in this contest compared to Armstrong's 12. So a 10 shots on goal differential here for the home team. Lekanik plays that, or Landgraf rather, plays that off the board, skates behind the net, gets the puck himself, and then is trapped there, leaves it for Quinnell. Quinnell will now skate behind the net, take it in the far side circle, and then pass it off now to Bardigan. Bardigan with the shot. That one deflects off a stick and high. Kept in there by Mars, played off the boards, and chasing after it there are the Fightin' Planets. Dumped in once more there by Yakmak. Landgraf will give chase now. Landgraf trapped behind the net there. Able to come away with it is Jamison Yakmak. Back to the blue line. Pass over now to Ford. Ford with the shot. That one off the shoulder there, and really lucky that didn't take an extra bounce, Josh.
Yeah, Braden Landgraf kind of skating through that crease right there and just trying to throw a stick and deflect that puck as Ford threw it in on net, and Starkey able to see it the whole way and make the save.
Face off in the near side circle. There is Morris. He tries to tie up, but it's won that time by Rush and the Fightin' Planets. Rush with the shot. That one sounded like it found twine, but I think that was just the glass behind it. But what a ricochet and what a firecracker, Josh.
Got a hand pass right here against Mars. So they'll be coming on the dot right outside their zone.
That shot by Rush on the rush, no pun intended there, was a strong one.
Yeah, very heavy shot by Rush. Just a little high and wide and caught the glass.
Trying to poke it free there for Armstrong was Hooks, but Rush able to dump it in now for the Fightin' Planets. That one finds a rep and then bounced up now on the stick of Adam Hooks. Adam Hooks stops, spins, puts a shot on goal, and that one squeezed between the pads.
So you saw Hooks throw it in right there, and his teammate Connor Morris, again, just trying that screen in front to, get the stick out. Sometimes you let him go through. Sometimes you do put a stick on them. Anything to kind of screen or distract the goaltender in front there as the puck's heading toward the cage.
Final 3 minutes of this first period, but this Riverhawks team has come out firing, haven't they, Josh?
Indeed.
Face-off one there, controlled by Prue. Shot off, that time off the blocker. Skating in forward there was Hunter Townsend, but he gets separated from the puck, and now it's the Fightin' Planets with it. Passed ahead there to Rush. Rush with the shot, that one wide.
Yeah, just a little bit wide.
Sticked away there by the Fightin' Planets, picked up by Armstrong behind their own net. Noah Oliver skates forward into the neutral zone. He spins around looking for the puck. Rush able to separate it, dumps it forward, but that's right on the stick once again of the Armstrong Riverhawks defense, in particular Logan Hooks.
I got an icing right there, just trying to go up off the boards. I think that pass just a little bit too long there for Townsend. Not sure who was streaking after it, but pass off the boards, trying to create some offense that way.
Now a face-off in Armstrong's end. It'll be Lacanic, and I believe that was Rush in the face-off circle. Played off the boards now. Armstrong trying to push it up. Boyle with the backhand pass broken up by Armstrong. They'll send it along the boards. First there back. Tudyk trying to backhand it to Rarick there, but no good. Broken up. Rarick able to keep it in for the moment being, but played along. Passed back in that time by Franishevsky. And now Boyle with the pass forward. That one hard off the stick that time of Bobko, but Bobko able to get to it, looking to center that one in the slot, but broken up by Armstrong. Poke forward, Rarick with the head of steam. It's a 2-on-1 here. He tries to center it to Bardigan, but unable to get a stick on it there was Nick Bardigan.
Oh, man, that was Maddox trying to set up the one-timer there.
That was...
Just missed it.
I mean, that would be difficult at any level of hockey you play at. That was such a precise, like, boom, boom, boom play. But to even be able to put it on or near the stick there at Bardigan is just a testament there to Maddox Rarick. Skating up with it, and the shot off there by Bruce, wide off the board. Yakmak able to try to dump it out, but able to keep it in are the Fightin' Planets. Skating towards the backside of the net there is Marty, and a shot off there, but stopped by Grafton. And Grafton's been solid here through this first period, Josh.
Yeah, it hasn't been tested much. That looked like a centering pass in front, went off somebody's leg and just kind of deflected back kind of a little bit weirdly on Grafton there, but he saw it the whole way, able to scoop it up. Going to be a face-off. We are under a minute here in the first period, Jake.
Final minute of the first. Mars trying to keep it in Armstrong's end. That shot will rattle off the backside of the glass and kept in there off the backhand pass. Over now to Marty. Centering there, and Armstrong able to pick it up.
Boy.
That one is heading out.
Oh, man alive. And you know what? We got a few more people in the Belmont now since the capacity limits have been increased, and that came flying up. I'm looking down the line here. Looked like everybody in the Armstrong parent section okay over there. So that's a good thing to see. That one just above the short class and into the crowd. So good to see everybody okay.
Armstrong coming away with that one. Quinnell up to Yakmak. Yakmak will enter the Mars zone. That pass on the mark. And the backhand that time off the mark. Landgraf with the shot and the score. Deflecting off the back of the glove that time of Starkey. It's a netter for Armstrong.
You know what? Yakmak's not going to get an assist on this one, but he certainly should. Just leveled the Mars player. That's the second big hit we've seen out of Yakmak. And that puck just came to his teammate and was buried right there.
Yeah, I believe that was Braden Landgraf.
Yeah, Landgraf. You know, he's got to go over there and tap Yakmak on the shoulder and say, hey, bud, thanks, because Yakmak wiped out the Mars player, and Landgraf.
It's all about that separation, Josh.
Well, he got separated.
Got to keep them separated. Hooks with the puck there. Adam Hooks in particular. He dumps it back to Noah Oliver, who just lofts that one forward. It'll end up on the stick there of Kolarsik Schmidt, and that will end the first period of play. So after one, it's 3-0 Armstrong, and they have looked very impressive, Josh.
Yeah, Jake, extremely impressive. And while we have a minute between periods here, let's take a quick break and hear from one of our wonderful sponsors on High Top Sports Network.
Tired of waiting around for your insurance company to get back to you after a claim? Avoid the trouble and place a face to the name of all your insurance needs. Shellhammer Atwood & Associates, a member of TGIF Solutions, provides a wide range of services and can promptly provide the service you expect when you need it most. The team at Shellhammer Atwood & Associates has expertise in all lines, including home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance. Stop in at Shellhammer Atwood & Associates, located at 331 Arthur Street in West Katanning, for a quote today.
Welcome back, everyone. So Jamison Yakmak did, in fact, get the goal.
No, he got the assist.
Or he got the assist, rather, but who got the goal was not Landgraf. It was Lance Quinnell. And if I'm not mistaken, that's his second of the night, Josh.
That is. We saw him come in hard off the boards and take a really sharp angle in on Starkey and a real slick move onto the forehand and beat Starkey blocker side. And getting this one, and Jamison Yakmak apparently did touch the puck as well as destroy the Mars player in front there to separate him and give Quinnell a clear shooting lane, and he buried that one also blocker side.
Mars controlling the face-off off the start here of the second period, but that one skied high. Josh, I think that was pretty close to you up there.
Yeah, I know. I kind of had my glove hand up like I was going to catch a fly ball. And I see some Katanning Wildcats jerseys in the Riverhawks student section there. I wonder what dusty, moldy bin those got pulled out of, because they look pretty old school.
Did they come out of your closet, Josh?
It's possible. Those ones might have mothballs on them. It's been a while.
Walker picking up the puck in his own zone. He'll skate up with it, entering the neutral zone. Nice little stick move there, but poked away by the Fightin Planets. Glove down there by Stitt of Armstrong. Stitt dragging the blue line, and that was close. Walker had to track back to try to get back on side, but just unable to drag that blue line. It doesn't move much.
Yeah, well, I think it was Walker and Townsend were both kind of offside right there. Easy whistle for the official. You're going to face off right outside the Mars zone.
Lacanic in the face-off circle, that time won by Mars. Hooks pushing it forward. He absorbs a hit there by Reimer, and it'll be left back now for Ryan Mitchell. A lot of hits there. That's going to be a delayed penalty. Yeah. That hit on Tudyk, a little high.
Yeah, real high. That was up into the head area. They're going to call that every single time at any level, really. That was
stick right on head.
Wes Skersey, I believe, number 19, and he's pleading his case to the official right now, but to no avail.
Yeah, indeed, Skersey will head to the sin bin, and believe it or not, this is our first man advantage of the game tonight here, Josh.
First power play of the evening.
It'll be Quinnell facing off against Wasilison. Drop there and controlled by Mars for the time being. Rarick finds it on his stick. He'll have a chance in the Fightin Planet zone. Passing it off now to Quinnell. Quinnell lost that between the legs, looking for Landgraf there, but it'll scoot on. Back now to Quinnell. Quinnell in that near side circle, trying to find Landgraf behind the net, unable to. Trying to poke it in there was Yakmak and kept in by Maddox Rearick. Rearick crossing it over to Noah Oliver. Oliver now over to Quinnell in the near side circle. Oh, pass in front that time, poked towards the net, but I think a stick of a Fightin Planet got in the way that time.
Oh, that one's coming at me. Oh,
that one.
That was definitely coming my way. Thank you to the rafters of the Belmont complex, because that got hit on the ceiling and right down, but
that thing has some force on it.
It was definitely coming up top.
We're going to test your glove hand up there, Josh.
Seriously, I got one hand on the camera, one hand with rosters. I don't have a glove hand. I'm going to have to use my face.
If anybody has a glove for Josh Reckengoss, they can bring it down to the Belmont.
Oh, I got one in the trunk of my car. I just didn't know I needed it.
Pass back to Noah Oliver. That one on the mark to Quinnell. Broken up there by the Fightin Planets now. Played off the near side boards by Boyle. That one will travel the length of the ice. Grafton leaves it behind his own net. Now Armstrong will have 1 minute left on the man advantage. Rearick playing it up to himself. Stomping at the base of that near side circle and skating around behind the net. He just has so much speed, Josh. How do you catch him?
And he's deceptive, too. Oh,
and
boy.
then how do you stop that? What a tic-tac-toe play there by the Riverhawks. That one came so quick, I didn't even see who got a piece of that.
Well, Noah Oliver with the pass. I mean, just unbelievable through traffic. I think it was number 34, Landgraf, not to be denied there in that corner. Pretty sure that's who it was. We'll wait for the
Quinnell was right there again, and we've mixed the goal up already with Quinnell.
They mixed the goal up first. But yeah, Maddox Rearick setting that up. He's just skating past people. They're not even getting a hand on him.
They're passing so crisp, not even the human eye can keep up with it, Josh. Armstrong controlling the faceoff, trying to center it back in the neutral zone. It'll be on the stick now of Connor Morris. He'll skate in, take a hit. Picked up now by the visiting Mars team. Mitchell has it. He'll skate behind the net, trying to buy himself more time to dump that out off the glass. Glove down there by his teammate, trying to dump it forward. It was, in fact, Landgraf that time, Josh. Rearick with the assist.
Rearick and Oliver with the assist. Oliver's pass just tremendous. And Maddox setting that up as he skated the whole way around, you know, through the Mars zone, and got the puck to Oliver, who just made a tremendous pass. And Landgraf on the board after originally being credited with Quinnell's second goal. Landgraf on the board now, not to be denied.
That one dumped in by Armstrong as they skate off for a line change. Played over to Reimer. Reimer will dump that out off the stick that time of Stitt. Walker trying to get a stick in there. Stitt back to play defense, and that shot off. That one wide. Grafton in net.
Good individual effort right there by number 23. That was Mac Reimer.
Stitt in the corner, trying to get that one out for Armstrong. It's now on the far side boards. Tied up there is Olszewski for Mars. Armstrong able to get that one away, but the Fightin Planets able to keep it in.
Oh,
and
to the face.
An extra little something.
Well, I'll tell you what. Ethan Prue is showing great restraint right now, because if that were me, I would be all over number 91, Ezra Simpson, or excuse me, number 91, Colin Boyle for Mars. I'll tell you what, Prue hit Boyle clean up against the glass, and as they were coming off the glass, Prue kind of went down, and, Boyle just cross-checked him to the head. And they were going to get offsetting penalties. I think Prue's going in too.
Prue's in the box.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Noah Oliver there. That's a captain move right there. Telling your teammate right there, hey, that is not your fault there. That shouldn't have happened.
Well, so those two guys are going to take a seat and cool down, but it remains 5-on-5 with the offsetting penalties here, Jake.
Yeah, no man advantage for either of these teams. Armstrong with the puck in their own end. They're able to dump it off. Chasing back after it there is Nick Bruce. Bruce unable to dump it out. Tudyk able to dump it back in. And a big-time hit from behind on Lekanik. That puck traveling on the opposite end of the boards. Hooks back at the blue line, able to keep it in. He's met there by some pressure, able to poke it forward. Hooks now with some nifty stick moves there. Back now on the blue line to Oliver. Oliver able to keep it in twice. Off now to Maddox Rarick, and Maddox Rarick, we all know, so dangerous with the puck. Wyatt Tudyk in the corner, trying to dump it back out to the blue line off the boards. Tied up there, kicking it forward. Noah Oliver is, but Mars able to get it out, and that one waved off the icing call. Rarick skating with it, dumps it forward. Oliver now pass to Lekanik, and what a beaut that pass was. Lekanik in the corner, tries to center that one, but no one's home. Hooks will skate up from his defenseman position and keep that puck in somehow, absorbing a big hit there. That puck in the corner to Rarick. Rarick finds Lekanik off the mark there, and trying to dump it out that time was Max Weaver, but Hooks able to keep it in for Armstrong, and that one inevitably stopped there by Willow Starkey.
Well, Armstrong back to that, just cycling, controlling the possession, controlling the puck, not giving Mars any opportunities. I can count them literally on one hand. Mars only 3 shots on net in this one. We're about 5 minutes and 10 seconds into this second period, so Armstrong certainly controlling time of possession and shots on net as they get another one right there.
Yeah, that one off the stick of Starkey. Quinnell able to keep with the puck there, and even though he's tied up, he was able to force a shot on net there that made Starkey move a little bit. That puck dumped behind the Armstrong netting. Landgraf there in the corner to try to pick it up for the Riverhawks, but Mars staying with it in the corner. Passed on that time by the Fightin Planets. Another battle in the corner. That puck squealing free to Quinnell. Quinnell will dump it along the boards. That one will head into the neutral zone, and then looked like it entered the Mars bench and then maybe deflected off a helmet there, Josh.
Yeah, I think Ian Ettinger maybe just accidentally, of course, just fired it into his own bench right there. So stops play, and that faceoff will be right outside the Mars zone.
Inside the faceoff circle, Connor Morris going against Gerthofer. Armstrong with the face-off win, or rather with the control off the face-off, and that puck traveling towards the net, but Starkey able to stop that one.
That's going to be a face-off in the Fightin Planets end right now.
Morris and Skersey back in the face-off circle. Battle for control along the boards behind the net. Mars able to control it for the time being. Stop there, and then a big collision along those far side boards.
Well, that was Bardiglin just standing up right there and took the worst of that interaction with number 24, Ryan Mitchell, the big junior defenseman for Mars.
We'll have some shifting on the ice here for this Armstrong team. A new set of players comes out there. Hunter Townsend in the face-off circle, won that time by Mars's captain, Skersey. Played on to Prue. Walker has it. He tries to dump it in, but it's met with the stick there of Skersey.
Oh.
Big hit along the boards. It wasn't really that big. I think Prue's stick just hit it that hard.
Yeah, it was right in front of us, too, so we got the full acoustics.
Walker trying to play it along the boards. He dumps it. Kept in, though, by Mars. Rush able to lay the body down, keeping it in, but that's lifted up eventually, that time by Bailey Stitt. Skating back to get it now is Zach Gerthofer. Stitt will have to chase after it, but right there with him is number 33, Rush. Michael Rush. With the play along the boards, that shot right in front of the net, but Grafton with the glove there, able to stop it, and he moves over to that far side post and just kind of cuts off the angle, Josh.
Well, that was his first real test of the evening right there, and Gavin Grafton up to the challenge. First time he's really tested. You saw Mitchell in there for Mars whacking at it, and he ended up on the ice taking a seat. It gets rough in there. Puck bouncing around in front of the goaltender.
Oh, no doubt about it. There are bodies flying at you every which way whenever you're in the net and the puck's in front of you. Armstrong playing that off the glass. Back to get it is Bruce for the Fightin' Planets. He dumps it in along the far side boards. That'll rack around and head behind the net. Right there is Nick Bardigan. Mars comes up with the puck. Pass over, cross ice now, shot! And that one wide off the boards.
Well, they looks like the Fightin' Planets have figured a little something out offensively, getting some pucks on net here.
And Maddox Rarick forcing a save there that time. I mean, skating 1-on-3 with the defense, but still able to fight through the traffic and get a shot off on net.
Yeah, that was a wild angle that he fired that from, but enough to get it in on Starkey, who had to cover it up. And now Armstrong, where they've been so good, going to get a face-off in Mars end.
Quinnell in the face-off circle for the Riverhawks. They'll have to restart there. A little itchy on the trigger finger there, if you will, Josh. Mars able to pick that up. Moved ahead. Marty dumping it in, trying to at least, but Landgraf able to pick that up. Off the boards, Yakmak dumps that in. Quick stick by Yakmak rattles that one off the boards. Quinnell able to find it. Shoots that in, scores! Top shelf glove side. Lance Quinnell. Is that a hat trick, Josh?
Oh, Daddy, that's a hattie. Yeah, that's 3 for Quinnell, and that one was so smooth. Such a quick release, and it got on Starkey way before he even realized it.
Had no time to react.
Ends up in the top of the net, and Quinnell picking his spots right now. He's got 3.
The senior feeling himself here in the last regular season game at the Belmont. Although, you know, this Armstrong team destined for the postseason already entering this game.
Yeah, possibility for the Riverhawks to have a home playoff game. We're going to find out here shortly.
Shot on goal. Grafton with the stop. Picked up there by Walker and shoveled along to Yakmak. Yakmak moves the puck over looking for Landgraf. He's unable to track that puck down. Poked on by Noah Oliver. And now on the near side boards, Jamison Yakmak picking it up once again. Battle in the neutral zone. Coming up with it, Lance Quinnell. He's feeling himself. Shot again. That one high off the glass. Behind the net, Yakmak with the forecheck there, trying to set up Landgraf to pick up the puck. It's a battle there in the corner on the near side. Shoveled along there. Lance Quinnell on the boards. Noah Oliver picks it up. Oliver trying to cross ice there, looking for hooks, but the one that's going to pick it up there is Landgraf, who shovels it along behind the net. In front, Quinnell with another shot.
No, I didn't think he got a stick on that, but good centering pass there by Oliver from beneath the goal line.
Mars controls it behind the net, off the glass, and that one will travel the length of the ice for an icing with 7:27 left. Armstrong leads it 5-0. What an impressive first period and a half for these Riverhawks.
Yeah, Jake, and I'd like to tell all the folks out there that tonight's official scoreboard sponsor, Vicelli Pizza, locations in Katanning, Vandergrift, and Sarver. So call down to Vicelli's, order up a pie, have it for the third period.
Armstrong controlling the puck behind the net in the Mars zone. That puck a little too hard there. Stitt trying to keep it up, or keep it in the Mars zone rather. Puck to the center, picked up that time by Gerthofer. Gerthofer dumps it in. Armstrong able to collect it behind their own net. Dump back in there by Mars. And now Armstrong controlling it. Maddox forward with the puck. That one a little high.
I don't know. Not sure if Mac Reamer got a stick on that, because no, it's staying in. So that just came off of Ford's stick, a little wonky, and up into the netting right behind the goal. So that one's going to stay in the Armstrong zone.
Morris in the faceoff circle, that time controlled by Mars, and the quick shot that time by Colin Boyle is stopped by Grafton.
Yeah, right off the faceoff, Boyle pulls the trigger from just beyond the faceoff dot, and Grafton right there saw it the whole way.
Yeah, you mentioned Vicelli Pizza a minute ago, and you know I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Paula Mason for sending up that mac and cheese pizza a week ago for me and Colton, our partner Colton Henderson. You know, so the Vicelli's Pizza always looking out for the high topper. So you know, if you want to dine like a high topper, you order Vicelli Pizza.
That's right. I don't know if anybody.
Oh, what a blue line wrister by Nick Bardigan. He gets on the board, and now it's 6-0, just like that.
Well, you got to feel for Willow Starkey right now. I mean, not to take anything away from Bardigan's goal, but you got to feel for Willow Starkey. Had a teammate skate right in front as that shot was coming in. Never even saw it, didn't react, and Bardigan gets the goal, and that's Armstrong's 6th, now leading 21-8 in the shots on goal department, and the Riverhawks looking to close out the regular season in dominant fashion tonight.
Yeah, so far, they're right on course. Just one goal away from the PIHL's mercy roll, which keeps the clock running. This Armstrong team not short of goals here through the first 2.5, or through the first 1.5 periods, really.
Oh, and that's always been a hallmark of Riverhawks hockey, and also of Katanning and Ford City when those programs existed. Always high-octane offense, and got it again this year.
Well, shot off, and that's another one. Maddox Schwierig finding the back of the twine there.
Well, you know, Willow Starkey just on both knees right now, leaning back like, what is this? What am I supposed to do with this? I mean, that was just a dot. Glove side, top shelf, and it seems like the scouting report on Starkey, get everything up high, and that is where the Riverhawks have been scoring, up high, particularly to that glove side as Rierick gets one. And now we're rolling, Jake, as you said.
Yeah, since I've kept track of it, really, that's been at least 3 goals on that high glove side of Starkey there. So Armstrong kind of, like you said, figuring out the scouting report and able to get shots on the opening of the net. Noah Oliver able to control that behind his own net. He'll skate forward, dump that up now. Rierick plays it off his skate. Once again off his skate. He skates in. Rierick looking for the pass, and that one off again. Noah Oliver with the shot. That puck's still free. And finally covered up there by Starkey.
You know, that shot by Oliver got blocked down in front before it could get through. But what a play by Maddox Rierick. You know, just a great drop pass there right on Oliver's stick. And you know, the Riverhawks are they're just buzzing. Nothing else you can say about it. They have controlled this game from the opening faceoff, and they're not letting off the gas. Not quite yet.
I guess you could say the Riverhawks are flying out there on the ice, Josh.
Oh, boy.
You set me up. I couldn't pass it up.
I set him up. You knock him down, Jakey.
That's right. And then that pass on to Landgraf, a chance there, but couldn't get a stick on that one in front of the net. Yakmak leaves that one for Quinnell. Quinnell already with a hat trick, leaves that for his defenseman Ford, who puts a shot off on net. That one wide. Quinnell right back on the near side now, able to pick that puck up. Centering pass that time. Just a little off the mark, or right on the mark, but unable to get a stick on it there was Armstrong. Yakmak pass to Landgraf in front of the net.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Maddox Ford. Sorry, Josh?
No, I was just going to say, they're trying to get Yakmak involved right in front of the net there. Use that big frame and try and pound one in the dirty area.
Back at the blue line, able to keep it in. Landgraf now blocking the defenders with his body, sends that one behind the net. That one poked free. Landgraf chasing after it once again. Boyle right on his back. Mars now with control, trying to fight for actual possession. They dump it out now back to the neutral zone. Maddox Ford with the puck. He'll dump it back in from the blue line, and the Riverhawks will skate to the bench for a line change.
I'll tell you what, if you can get line changes while the puck remains in your opponent's zone, that means you're really dominating and your cycle is working, and that's what the Riverhawks did on that last possession.
Quinnell staying out on the ice. Something to look for here. Townsend on one knee dumps that one in. Hooks will skate to the corner there, but it's dumped free by number 24, Ryan Mitchell. That one along the boards there. Bobko skating up for it, trying to leave that for his teammate there. He does, and then shoveled along by Max Weaver. Armstrong keeps it in, And it's a battle there near the blue line. The Mars Fightin Planets finally able to get it out. Bobco trying to center that one, but it deflects off a skate of an Armstrong player. Skating up the ice with it is Adam Hooks. Adam Hooks entering the zone, that time with the backhand in front of the net. Shot off, second opportunity there by Hunter Townsend. Skates in front of the net again, and now that one near on the near side corner. Passing that one along is Alex Bartigan.
Oh,
Shot off
man.
there, just wide.
Just wide. We're talking 6 inches, and that's in the net.
Off a Prue skate. Armstrong trying to track that one down. Picking it up there once again is Alex Bartigan. Prue skates towards the net, but that one will be stopped by Willow Starkey.
Well, Starkey didn't have much choice. Had to cover that one up right there and get that face off. You know, you want to try and be able to play it because Mars has been unable to clear the zone on several occasions here, especially in the second period. But you don't want to give up an easy one right in front of your own net, and therefore Starkey choosing not to play that puck.
Connor Morris and Jared Kolarczyk-Schmidt meet in the face-off circle. Armstrong battling for possession of the puck. That one skates back into the neutral zone. Passing it along there is Logan Hooks off the boards. That'll travel behind the Mars net. Stop there in the far side corner and then poked along to the blue line. Armstrong keeping it in. Right on the stick there of Walker. Walker leaves it in front. Prue right there. Unable to get a shot off, but skates behind the net. Prue with it. Looking to dump it back to the blue line, but that one taken away by Mars. Pass forward there to Rush, and then Rush dumps that one in, chasing after it there. Number 23, Mac Reimer, in the near side corner of Armstrong's zone. A couple players tie up on the boards, and that puck battled for, poked free, behind the goal. Noah Oliver goes. Passing it back now to his teammate. That one will rattle off the boards. Able to keep it in there is Mars. Nice job there by Nick Bruce as he gets a shot off there. And that one's stopped by Grafton.
I think we're going to get a penalty here on Armstrong.
And as I had mentioned before, that clock continues to run here.
I thought it stopped on penalties, but yeah, it finally stopped. But it ran for quite a bit after the whistle. I'm going to say a good
About
20
10 seconds.
Well, I thought I was going to say about 20. It was about 38 seconds whenever I heard that whistle because I looked right at the clock, and it continued to run right there. But guess what? Mars is going to get a 3-minute power play here as Oliver goes to the sin bin.
Yeah, we saw a power play from Armstrong already in these first two periods, and now Mars with their first. Face-off won by the Fightin Planet. Shot in front of net, and a nice job there getting in front of the puck there by Maddox Ford. Stopping the puck before his goalie even had a chance to.
Well, they put time back on the clock, Jake, so.
As they should.
Yeah, even still, if Mars doesn't score here in the next.
Oh, but here comes Rarick on the shorthand with the shot there. Looking glove side again. This Armstrong team's going after the glove side of Starkey here, Josh.
Yeah, they found something, and they've been continuing to exploit it, and they will go into the locker room with a 7-0 lead over the Mars Fightin Planets. And Jake.
Do you want to know my analysis for Armstrong's first two periods there, Josh?
Sure, I'd love to hear it.
Wow. I mean, they're skating with such purpose. And, I mean, on the other end, they've limited these Fightin Planets to 9 shots compared to their 24 in the first two periods. I mean, you can talk all you want about the offense, which has been clicking since the start of this game. I mean, 7 goals in the first two periods. But the defense really limiting Mars's chances. And I mean, also the forecheck of Armstrong, able to keep the puck in Mars's zone. I mean, those have really been the two things that have jumped out to me, Josh.
Well, Jake, neither team leaving the ice right now, and I don't see the Zamboni door going up, so I think we're just going to keep it rolling for the third period here, much to your chagrin.
Oh, no, I was hoping to get a Diet Pepsi.
I have one right here, and I'm going to take a sip of it.
Ah, the torture. If anybody is listening in the rink and would like to bring me a Diet Pepsi, you can bring it to the over here, and I'll give you a couple bucks. Wait.
So they are going off here?
I don't know. I'm very confused. Mars is skating back.
And Oliver went back into the penalty box,
and we're rolling. Okay.
All right. We don't need a Zamboni this.
Who needs to hydrate? Not me.
Wow, that's a first for me this year, Jake.
Yeah, me too.
Just keeping it going here. Third period is underway.
Not much of a break at all for these players here through now entering the third period. Puck poked away there by Mars in their own end. Skating up with it there is number 19, Wes Skersey.
Oh, man, big turnover.
Quinnell, yeah, Quinnell coming up with the turnover shot off there. That one clanged off the stick, I think,
Yeah,
Josh.
definitely got some stick, and I'm not so sure it didn't get some handle or knob of that stick. Quinnell looking for goal number 4, and Willow Starkey just getting enough of that puck to send it high and up into the net.
Quinnell and Boyle in the face-off circle, controlled by the Fightin Planets. Quinnell skating to that near side corner, poked free in front of the net, shot off there by Morris, and he scores! Connor Morris, number 8 on the game. This Armstrong offense just eating out there.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's going to be an assist to Quinnell, and he set that all up. Good hustle play by him, able to create the turnover again. Second possession in a row. Mars turning it over to Quinnell, and he found his teammate who did not miss. And 8 goals here for the Riverhawks in this one. Oh boy.
What an offensive performance by these Riverhawks.
That was a shorty, Jake. They're scoring a multitude of ways.
Weaver with the shot, gloved easily that time by Gavin Grafton. And Grafton only faced 10 shots, but he's been prepared for all 10 of them. I mean, he's looked solid there in net tonight, Josh. Oh, Ettinger with the shot there. Rattles off the boards a little wide. Picked up that time by Logan Hooks. Hooks dumps that one out. Chasing after it now will be Alex Bardigan. He'll head to the corner. Tying up his defender there, but one on by Mars. They'll carry it through the neutral zone. Up now entering Armstrong's end, and a quick shot off the spinorama that time by Al McKee. Dump to the other end. 45, or rather, less than 40 seconds left on the man advantage here for the visitors. Skating with it is Weaver. He enters the zone. Dumps that off the boards, trying to play it to himself there, but he's tied up, leaves it for his teammate there. And then that one poked towards the near side boards. Armstrong able to pick it up. Maddox Ford with the head of steam now, skating up from his defenseman position. He shoots it, that one right off the body of Starkey, and picked up now by the Fightin Planets.
Well, you can't underestimate, how important it is to be able to create offense shorthanded. That gives Grafton just time to chill back there. And it takes time off that penalty, which the Riverhawks have now successfully killed as Oliver is back on the ice.
Here we go. Maddox Schreerick with the puck behind the net. Loses it. Picked up that time now by Rush. And Rush will enter the rush. Gets stopped there. Trips up. And now skating into the zone. That shot wide. He had a real opportunity there, Josh.
Yeah, Wes Skersey, the captain. That was a glorious chance right there, all alone. Good shooting angle, and he just fired it wide.
Lekanik playing that, trying to get the puck out of the neutral zone. Lekanik with the stick there to break the play off of Rush's stick. And now Rarick will pick it up on the far side boards. Rarick skates in. Dangles behind the net and skates forward. Leaves that puck there, and it's picked up by the Fightin Planets, in particular Olszewski.
Going to be a delayed penalty here on the Riverhawks.
Goaltender skating to the bench. Starkey will head there for the extra attacker. Nice pass there, right on the stick of Rush, and that one stopped by Grafton, and he's, met every shot head on and stopped all of them so far here through 2 periods and a quarter about.
Yeah, that was actually Nick Bruce coming in from his defensive position, kind of pinching up. And took the pass and able to get a good shot on Grafton, who tried to go 5-hole on Grafton there, but Gavin Grafton able to get those pillows closed in time.
Quinnell and Boyle meet in the near side face-off circle in Armstrong zone. Won by the visitors. Bobko with the shot. That one deflects off Grafton. He pushes that out. Now it's in the far side boards. Shot off there, deflection, and picked up maybe by
loose
Grafton.
puck right
Grafton now
there.
on his belly, poked out there. Nice job by Maddox Rearick, saving his goaltender from making another save. Quinnell now enters the Mars zone. Stops, waits with the puck, centers that one right on the mark to Landgraf, but that one
Post.
stopped.
Yeah, that was the post.
A goaltender's best friend, Josh.
Yeah, Landgraf almost had another one right there. Again, off a tremendous pass by Quinnell. He's really, really been the catalyst offensively tonight for these Riverhawks. You know, we talk about Maddox Rearick all the time, and I'll tell you what, Lance Quinnell having a great regular season finale in his senior year.
Skersey playing this one off the glove of Landgraf. That shot on goal. Grafton with another stop. Quinnell able to poke that one free, and now he skates up with it. He has a 2-on-1 with Landgraf, but a nice hip check there by Rush to separate Quinnell from the puck. Mars has a 5-on-4 here for the next minute and 42 seconds.
Oh, man, that's
in front of the net. Landgraf just trying to find an opening.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jared Kolarczyk-Schmidt, he lost an edge right there and went down, and just nothing he could do. Landgraf just took the puck from him.
And now here's Bob Coe, the leading goal getter for this Mars Fightin Planets. That one deflected off stick side, off the pad there. Armstrong able to pick that one up, playing it forward now. And now Adam Hook skates up with it. Centering pass there. Almost brother to brother there, Josh.
Brother to brother.
Logan looking for Adam there, nearly had the connection. And then that puck dumped in. And it will be a, drum roll please,
icing. Yes. See, I didn't even give you the drum roll.
No, I was hoping for the drum roll.
You were still right on. That's called chemistry. Riverhawks showing plenty of that out here, especially on the offensive end. And trust us, it is 8-0. I don't know why we asked this over the weekend when the Allegheny Badgers
It was 11-0.
Yeah, won their 14U championship.
I'm just curious if you can get a 10 up there in the score.
Yeah, I don't know. We got to 8, didn't we?
We did.
Because I said if they have 8, why wouldn't they put 9 if it's only single digits? But don't need that just yet in this one.
10 seconds left on the man advantage for Mars. These Armstrong Riverhawks have been lethal on the penalty kill, getting a shorthanded goal to boot.
Yeah, they've been lethal all over the ice.
Weaver with it.
Oh,
He shoots it. That one off of Grafton. Weaver able to get it off the rebound, trying to center it, but Armstrong able to pick it up. That's Prue skating with it. Prue with the pass up now to Nick Bardigan. He'll have it now on the far side boards, looking to center that one. It hits off the stick that time of Gerthofer, and now a battle behind the net. Connor Morris able to pick that one up in the corner, trying to find somebody. Prue also in the corner, freeing it, gets it to Connor Morris. Morris now behind the net, tries to feed that one into the slot. Unable to find Walker there, but Armstrong able to keep the puck in. Just active sticks out there, Josh.
yeah, just kind of get it batted around that puck.
Gerthofer shovels that one. You kind of saw like a shrug there. Like every time I try to dump it out, they just block it.
Yeah, right?
That's kind of been Armstrong all night. They can do no wrong. Hooks with the shot. That one finds the body of Starkey and is stopped. And a little, how do you do's?
Yeah, I think that's Hunter Townsend over there with number 55 for the Fightin Planets, Ian Edinger. And nothing comes of it. The clock continues to run. Armstrong up 8-0, despite what the scoreboard camera says.
You can trust us. Puck in the corner. Battle for it. Armstrong able to come away with it. That one passed over to the far side boards and then poked out by Mars. Skating back forward is Maddox Ford. Maddox Ford with the online pass there to Alex Bardigan. He passes it up now to Townsend. Townsend over to Hooks. Hooks with the shot. That one blocked by Starkey.
Well, a little sign of things getting back to normal here, Jacob. 50-50.
I know. I can't remember the last time I saw one of those, Josh. It feels like it was 2 years ago.
It was. It definitely feels like it was 2 years ago. We saw them in the wintertime before things got shut down, but
Well, I mean, you know, it was 2019, right?
well, no, 2020.
Eh,
Things got shut down last March during the state basketball tournament. I was covering state swimming tournament actually when things got shut down.
One-on-one. Where do they have this state swimming at, Josh?
Well, last year it was at Bucknell University, home of the Bison. And the first day, they got in the first day, and then the second day they shut it all down. But, you know, there were 50-50s at basketball games. There's a penalty, and that's going to be on Mars, and it's getting ugly in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like Nick Bruce there tied up with an Armstrong player. I believe that's Tudyk, Wyatt Tudyk. I definitely saw a 5 there. Yeah, indeed, it was Wyatt Tudyk that Nick Bruce was giving a little bit of the business to there along the corner.
Well, it was a lot of the business. Bruce, and now he's going to get an unsportsmanlike for slamming the penalty box door, and I didn't have that on camera, and I apologize. Bruce went over into the penalty box, and as the official was calling the penalty, he slammed the door of the penalty box and got an extra unsportsmanlike added on top of the 3-minute cross-check penalty.
Oh, and now a player off the bench heading in there. That's Luke Olszewski.
Well, that might not have been on Bruce then. That second penalty may have been on the bench of Mars, but either way, the Riverhawks going to get a power play.
Hey, Luke, you got to head in there, bud.
Hey, bud.
Puck travels back to Noah Oliver on the blue line. He can't get all of that pass, and it's picked up now by Mac Reimer. Reimer trying to dump that forward, but it's Maddox Rearick now playing along the blue line. Pass up to Noah Oliver, and then back to Maddox Rearick. Rearick skating in with it. He passes it forward now onto the stick there of Logan Hooks, who passes it off. Noah Oliver skates past the puck, ends up with it, passing it over to the far side circle, shot off. And Hooks trying to poke that one in, but Starkey able to stop that one.
I think that was Rearick from just below the dot there. Got it in on Starkey, and that probably Starkey's one of his nicer saves of the day. You know, looked confident, cut down the angle really quickly, and ate it up, didn't allow a rebound.
Quinnell and Boyle meet in the face-off circle. That time it's controlled and dumped out by the Fightin Planets. Grafton back to get it. He leaves it there that time for Carson Franceschi. He's getting some run. I haven't called that name a lot this season. It's always good to see some younger guys out there getting a little bit of run. Franceschi, a freshman this year, so I'm sure we'll hear more of his name for the years to come. Puck over, Nick Bardigan with the shot to flex off a defender there.
No, I think that hit his teammate, Connor Morris, because Morris came up kind of like, ouch.
I saw it. It was either Morris or Ryan Mitchell. I saw the puck go over there, but a little friendly fire, if you will, Josh.
Indeed.
Walker plays it off the boards. That one will track in the corner on the near side, rattle along the boards. Quinnell will have to skate behind the net for Armstrong to get it. He does so. Looks to Nick Bardigan. He has it at the blue line. Pass back on the backhand to Quinnell. He'll skate to the corner to retrieve it. And now he goes behind the net. Looking for a pass. Some quick feet there by the referee to jump over the puck there. And now it's lifted over by Mars as they try to dump it out. They do, nearly finding the stick that time of their leading scorer, Matt Bobko.
Yeah, Bobko kind of creeping behind that Riverhawks blue line right there and nearly got a breakaway attempt, and the pass just a little bit too long.
Puck dumped in there by Armstrong. They're chasing it down, but it's going to be Mars in the near side corner that scoops it up. And just 5 seconds left on the man advantage. Trying to poke it free there was Alex Bardigan. Centered that one, and that's picked up now by Hunter Townsend. Townsend to the near side boards to Lacanic. Lacanic trying to center it, but it goes right off of Mars' stick, and now they are able to get it out of their own end. Maddox Ford dumping that one back out, picked up by Lekanik. He plays it off the boards now, and it's a dump and chase here for Armstrong. Controlling it there is Ryan Mitchell. He'll play it on the boards, but the Riverhawks able to keep it in. Puck travels behind the net now. Scooped up there by Bailey Stitt. Stitt will dump it in. Picked up once again by Ryan Mitchell, and Mitchell will play it along the boards to his own teammate there, scooping it up and dumping it out. That time was Zach Gerthofer. It's going to be Max Weaver who dumps it in, trying to play it to himself, but Maddox Ford right there gets it off to Quinnell, and now he gets it up to Lekanik, who plays it off the boards and will lead to a whistle.
Jake, while we have a second here, before the next faceoff, just like to let everybody out there who is watching know that full flash drives of the Armstrong Riverhawks varsity hockey season are available for purchase. You can email us at staff@hightopsportsnetwork.com, and if you want the whole season, we can put it on a flash drive for you for a very reasonable price. We had a lot of people reach out to us after that PIHL tournament, and some people reach out to us following the winter sports season, basketball teams that we covered. So any hockey parents out there interested in a flash drive with every game of the Riverhawks we broadcasted on High Top Sports Network, reach out to us again. That's staff@hightopsportsnetwork.com.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're a Freeport fan that's listening, we have full seasons. Any sport that we've covered since we started this business. If you want if you want games, give us a shout at staff@hightopsportsnetwork.com. No matter how many games, we'll definitely accommodate you.
Oh boy, here comes
that one flying outside.
Well, luckily didn't get deflected too high up here as we have the equipment set up in the crow's nest.
I had a keen eye on it that time, Josh.
You're going to dive out there?
I would have. And what I especially love about the expanded capacity at these events, and I can never get enough of it, and it's the one thing that I miss so much about attending a sports event outside of the concession stand, obviously. But the student section.
Oh, yeah.
They're in full force out here tonight, and I love it.
Yeah, all looking masked up, too, so still taking it seriously.
If you don't put the mask up, Sue will find you.
That's right. Sue Stitt, an institution here at the Belmont. And let me tell you, she plays no games.
Absolutely none.
We should thank the entire Belmont staff, Gary Monabell, and everybody here at the Belmont complex for allowing us in and accommodating us both during the Armstrong and Freeport varsity hockey seasons, but also the tournament we covered this past weekend.
Yeah, Joe, I love hockey so much, and the Belmont over these past couple months has kind of become my home away from home on Thursdays. I just love to get away, and whether it's calling games with you or Colton or Joe or anybody, when I'm at the Belmont, I love hockey. That's my favorite sport to cover, to call. And, both of these teams that call the Belmont home this season and the weekend that we just had have just made me so happy to have the opportunity to come out here and talk about it, really.
Yeah, 8 games in 2 days over the weekend, and we've been here quite a bit. Hockey season has had a couple of shutdowns and whatnot, and we've been doing it since November, I believe. The first hockey game we broadcasted this season was November, so.
Seems like almost a lifetime ago, Josh. Nick Bardigan bringing the forecheck, but it's going to be Mars that comes away with it. Final 20 seconds in this game. Quick stick that time by Lekanik, I believe, to keep that in.
Final 10.
Yeah, looks like the boy Gavin Grafton going to get a shutout here.
All right, good for him.
And Josh, you got the stats in front of you. Has he had a shutout this season?
Oh, let me pull it up right now. Down to the goaltenders. No, first shutout of the year for any Riverhawks goaltender. So congrats to Gavin Grafton. Made 15 saves tonight. Wasn't really tested all that much. Obviously, plenty of offense by his teammates kind of making it a little bit easier. But hey, you put a goose egg on the board, and that's worthy of congratulations. So congrats to Gavin Grafton for the Riverhawks' first shutout of the year, an 8-0 win over Mars.
Absolutely. And before we hit the road here for our finale of Riverhawks hockey this season, I think it's only fitting to give out our 3 stars, brought to you, of course, by Shellhammer, Atwood & Associates, a TGIF Solutions company. My 3 stars tonight, I'd have to go number 3, Maddox Rick, number 2, Gavin Grafton, and then number 1, Lance Quinnell.
Hey, you know, it doesn't get much better than that. I'd also put Landgraf in consideration for maybe that 3rd star. But Maddox, such a playmaker, and a couple of those goals he set up, he scored as well. So I in complete agreement with those 3 stars, Jake. Nice call.
And the Armstrong Riverhawks are playoff bound now, but I just want to take the time now. I know it's been a long season. It's been a confusing year, but it feels so good to reach the finish line of the regular season here in the PIHL. So I want to thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for listening throughout the year. And thank you all for supporting us, whether you be a business that sponsors with us or whether or not you have hit the donation button there. You help keep the lights on. You help feed our dogs.
That's right.
And us.
We determined that
cute.
over the weekend that, you know, the High Top guys have 4 dogs between the 3 of us. And you also got a cat, Jake.
I do, and a fish.
And a fish.
But who cares about that?
Many animals being fed by those out there who tune in and support, whether, as you said, be a sponsor, a business sponsor here in the area, or one of the many people who have chose to hit that green donate button on our homepage or during a stream. It's just a really, you know, heartening feeling whenever you see that email come in and you click on it and it says Boxcast donation received. And that means we know that you guys out there appreciate what we're doing, and think we're doing at least a decent enough job to throw us a couple of bucks.
And Josh, before we sign off here, all the Armstrong fans out there, they got to know that if they want the full season, all of our broadcasts that we have covered here of these Armstrong Riverhawks, they're available for sale on our website.
Yes, sir. You can reach us on our email, staff@hightopsportsnetwork.com, to order one of those flash drives, or you can reach out to us on our social media pages, High Top Sports on Facebook and at @hightop_sports on Twitter. We will obviously get those cranked out for you if you are indeed interested.
Yeah, and hey, I don't want to drag on too long for these people at home, but Armstrong playoff bound, most impressive win this season. I feel like anytime they're at home, they just dominate, and you've seen it out there once again. So, congratulations to the Riverhawks on their successful regular season. And, of course, us at High Top, we wish them the best of luck moving forward here in the playoffs. And, of course, Mars as well heading forward. The more good hockey we get to watch, I think the better.
Well, we are in communication with the PIHL in terms of being able to broadcast playoff games here for both Armstrong and Freeport. We're trying to get this ironed out. It didn't work out for us in basketball season, not due to our lack of effort in trying to come to an agreement. But we're trying to work with the PIHL as well to be able to be in here, especially if it's a home game here at the Belmont, Jake. We've been here all year, and it'd be a shame if we weren't allowed in to broadcast those playoff games. So we're working on it, folks. Hopefully we'll have some positive news and a good announcement here in the coming days.
Yeah, fingers crossed for that. I would love nothing more than to call some playoff hockey here at the Belmont between the two teams that, we have had on our network, High Top Sports Network, throughout this year. So fingers crossed for that. We're working on it. Can't make any promises, but just know we're really trying to be here for these playoffs.
Yeah, and we've gotten such great feedback from the people here, the fans that have been able to get in. In the beginning of the season, it was barely anybody, but now, capacity has been increased a little bit. And had a gentleman come up to me before the game and said, "Hey, you guys are really doing a great job. Are you doing the playoffs?" And I had a mom ask me that yesterday, in fact, also. And it's tough to be able, it's tough to not be able to give a definitive answer, but we're working on it,
I just want to say yes, we have all of the capabilities of doing so here.
obviously.
But, you know, it comes down to the red tape, and the red tape, sometimes it's not always.
Easy to cut through, let's put it that way.
Yeah, let's put it that way.
Well, that's going to do it for us, Jake, don't you think?
I absolutely think so. It's been such a pleasure. Like we said, you know, thank you so much for the support out there. Everybody that's listening, everybody that's still listening here. You know, we couldn't do it without you and our great sponsors here. So, you know, fingers crossed for the playoffs. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to find out whether or not we're able to do so. You can just search for High Top Sports and we'll pop up for you. So make sure you give us a follow there. But I think that'll just about do it, Josh.
All right, sounds good, brother. For those out there still listening, we've got an Armstrong baseball and softball doubleheader tomorrow here on High Top Sports Network. Riverhawks will be taking on the Freeport Yellow Jackets in both of those sports, and we'll be up at Armstrong to broadcast both of those games tomorrow, Friday, March 26th.
So without further ado, we couldn't do this without you. So, hey, here's the hoping. We're at the playoffs, and follow us on social media. We'll let you know.